Hi, this is Gregory Passman with the monthly message for April of 2022. A couple of preliminary announcements. I will have channeled the Archangel Michael or Michael on Om Times Radio, and that will have been on March 30th. So you can go to Om Times Radio and look up Melissa Caprio, and you can listen to the interview with the Archangel Michael or Michael. On the 16th of April, that is a Saturday, we will do Spirit Family Gathering 4. That will be a webinar on Zoom, and any of you who wish to join are welcome to do so. You can go to gregorypossman.com and look for all the information as to who will be coming through and also register at that time. The times on that will be 9 a.m. New York time to 12 noon New York time. And by that time, the Scandinavian countries will have switched back. We will be 6 hours different, so everything will be normal, as it were. And so, let's get on with this month's message. Here we go. We are the one called Gabriel, the Archangel Gabriel. We are often called the messenger angel. And this message is about your planet, the planet Earth. Contrary to popular opinion, the planet's divine blueprint is coming through and being created nicely from our perspective. You wonder, of course, in your mind how that can be when there is war, where there is great inflation on your planet, where everything seems to be out of order. Remember the saying, it is darkest before the dawn, for indeed a tremendous amount of compassion is being wrought forth by these events. And that compassion will be well rewarded as the planet Earth is beginning to feel the amount of love that humanity is pouring forth. Remember, the aggressors on your planet will not stand, they will not last, and their time will grow short. So it is important to remember that as these events unfold, one can see the glass half full or half empty. One can see the glass half full of compassion, or one can see the glass half full of aggression, so to speak. We encourage you to look at it from the perspective that again all things are perfect, and that perfection oftentimes needs time in order to be seen. But even out of all of this, perfection will prevail. And the angelic plan of pouring light and love into the hearts of humans, in order that that love and that light may flow deep into the planet, and the planet may avoid as many of the negative prophecies as possible, is in fact taking place. And we would ask now that we could incorporate your help, your assistance in furthering that process. And of course, the left brain always asks, and what shall I receive from this? Sometimes called selfishness, but from our perspective, a natural response, and one that does not elicit any sort of judgment from us. Of course, each and every being wants to know how they might gain from energy that is expended, any energy expended. This is how you will gain. You will allow your own heart center to fill with love, and you will be given an opportunity to allow yourself a greater sense of peace in the world in which you live. And if that is not adequate, then perhaps it is time now to cease listening to this message. But if you are interested, stay with us, and we shall all collectively, as a collective consciousness, pour love and light into the core of the earth. Let us begin. Imagine yourself as an angelic being. Allow your eyes to close. And remember that you are not just human. You include angelic energy, the energy of the shining ones, the energy of the masters, of the Council of Shambhala, and all of the councils that make up the massive hierarchy that oversees all events. You are also divine in your energy and your essence. You are a creator. You are a part of the master creator. And in that process, you can choose what you will contribute as a choice. And finally, you are most likely a hybrid, meaning that some portion of your past was made up of extraterrestrial experience and existence. And because that is the case, you bring an incredible intelligence to this earth. And you give the earth a smattering of extraterrestrial energy that is, of course, light. And finally now, you are a full-fledged member of the Federation of Planets, because the Earth has been accepted into that group, just as had been predicted in the divine blueprint. So allow yourself to remember all of these parts of your origin, and give yourself permission to expand the morphic field around you, to allow it to grow, to allow it to exceed beyond any previous limits you may have imagined. And imagine that your morphic field extends out for miles or kilometers or whatever measure you are used to. And as your eyes are closed, you are imagining that energy flowing outward now, and breathe. Before you were born into the human body, you are currently experiencing, inhabiting, existing in. You were indeed spirit. You were light, a magnificent light. And we ask you now to reminisce, to remember, to go back in your memory to that time. Remember that light and remember that love. Allow it to surround your heart center, and allow massive amounts of white light to swirl around your chest, around your heart. And give permission for that light, that white light, that unconditional, unlimited white love, to begin to flow outward in all directions into the morphic field outside of your skin, outside of your body, and allow yourself to breathe that energy into you, and to give that energy life, to give that energy the ability to expand and to grow, both inward and outward, into your being and out of your being simultaneously. And breathe. And allow yourself to imagine that light is flowing down into the earth, into all parts of the planet, into the core, into the crust, into the bedrock, and all the way throughout the entire planet. And you are not alone. Hundreds, thousands, perhaps millions are sharing that light with the planet, allowing that light to illuminate every atom, every molecule, not only of the earth, but of your physical body as well. As that light and that love swirls and surrounds every aspect of reality in every dimension, at every frequency, those frequencies are rising, and so is yours. And that energy flows into your own soul, in and through every portion of your physical body, healing you physically, emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually. And breathe that light into your lungs, into your bloodstream, and forgive. Forgive all of those who have been aggressors in your life, who have been adversaries, who have judged, ridiculed, and taunted you. And imagine that forgiveness flows out like a great stream of light into all realities, into all lifetimes, and blesses those who have persecuted, those who have wrought violence on others, those who have stolen, betrayed, and deceived in order to gain power, in order to gain wealth. For indeed, wealth and power are your birthright, as long as they are used appropriately, with love and compassion. And finally, imagine that the love and the compassion and the light that you have shown into the earth plane is now surrounding you, your life, your experience, your every breath. And breathe a breath in. Your angelic energy, your hybrid energy, your experiences of so many lifetimes. Remember the love, the compassion, and the caring that you can share with all of those around you. And do not forget for a moment to share it with self. That is important. From the archangels in the angelic realm, from the overseer of the angelic realm, Metatron, from all of us, our gratitude to each and every one of you. We are the one called Gabriel, and we are grateful for your courage, your participation, and the gifts that you continue to distribute to all of those around you and to self. So be it. Welcome back. This is Gregory Possiman coming to you from Todd, North Carolina, where spring is trying its best to blossom forth. We did have a little bit of snow yesterday, not enough to cause any problems, and it's a little chilly outside right now. But as you can see from the background behind me, I absolutely believe that spring is on its way. All the best to each and every one of you, from Sandy and myself, Gregory. Be well.